Okay, I have enabled my audio. Can anybody hear me? Anybody getting my audio stream working? I'm kind of looking, it says my stream is healthy. Is that an applause that you can hear me? Anybody hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Great. I'm assuming that is working. I am going to have a go at playing my game once more, and this time with some audio, so hopefully you'll hear that. I'm going to try not to go mad, because my word, this game really frustrates. Okay, let's talk it through a little bit. So here we go. So I got the start of the game down pretty well, but it depends where I managed to catch my hammer. This bit, it's all a bit of luck really, where my hammer lands. Okay, that was quite good. And that is very nice. So if I get there in 16 seconds, I'm very happy usually. This bit in the real game is so slippy, but mine's a bit better. And oh man! Well, there you go. Oh, saved, but it's not going to be a good time with all that. Okay, let's do it again. No! No! Oh my goodness! Come on, come on, come on, come on. Get in there, little groove. I've managed to fix the little bug that was happening around here, which was that you would get stuck in the ground and then slowly rise up. And I had originally fixed it for the hammer, but not for the player, I discovered. So that was why that was happening. And it's very nice that it's fixed. Now this bit, talking and playing at the same time, that really doesn't go together. Right. Now this is the bit which I do not like, the first bit, because you have to get it. Right. You have to get it just in the right place, and that little groove is a bit annoying because it kind of is in the wrong place. Right, get it. And I have a tendency to... Yeah, okay, this isn't going well. I thought talking at the same time was not going to be a good idea. Right, let's try it again. Oh, man. Come on, come on, come on. No. Okay, go. Yeah. It's getting worse and worse. Okay, we're off at bookshelves. Okay, now, so a little flick across here, and then you can start to pogo back and forward between the different objects on the screen. No, no, no! Okay, try again. Much better. Now, you can avoid getting stuck on the dog's ears and this tongue. And good old portal. Oh no. Keep it together here. Come on. Little slips. Little slips. Right. Hold it a moment. Speedrunning is just too difficult. I don't know why my hammer seems to be gripping on the side of the bus. Man, this is not going very smoothly. Come on, Scratch Cat. Do not fail me now. You're like flipping around all over the place. I don't know how that guy who got under 2 minutes now on this game managed it. I would love to see a video of that happening. It must have been literally perfect. Oh, nothing like what I am just doing for you here. Absolutely killing the game. But you know, you can't be the best at your own game, sad as it is. I think I do enjoy creating them more than I enjoy playing them. Although, I have to say, I do enjoy playing this game. Oh, that was a really good jump. And I locked there. That is one of my least favourite bits, except for the bat, which I'm almost falling back to. This bit here is just so dependent on, I'm not really sure what it's dependent on. Catching that hammer in the right place is just almost luck. Now those who've seen me climbing here before know this is problematic. Oh, I'm not very good at working out where that was not bad. It's a shame that I've got such a bad time already at 5 minutes 25. Oh, see, that's like the best run-in space I've probably ever had. If only I could tack that onto the end of a really good start run, I'd actually be in for a chance of getting a good time. Okay, let's give it another go. Now, before I do, just to let you know, those who are interested in doing speedruns, I've just added a feature to the start of this game, which is if you press Q and R at the same time, it resets the game and the time, keeping the same sound settings, which means if you are speedrunning it and want to quickly reset, you can. It's kind of like quit and reset at the same time, Q and R. Oh! And if I was speedrunning, that is when I would be... that is when I... Yeah, okay, I'm going to do it. Reset. Go. Come on. No, 14 seconds to this point. That is, like, the best. And generally when I start messing up. So far, so good, though. No, but there's so much potential to go wrong. Yep, this is... I should look at the time. If I look at the time, then I start to panic that I'm actually doing well. Okay. No. Oh. I've gone silent now because I was actually doing pretty well. Okay, keep this going. Yeah. Okay. Now. No. Yeah. I really do not like landing there. Let's go. Nope, let's not go. Go. I do like landing a good start. Oh my goodness. 12 seconds. I can say I got... Oh my goodness. Don't get too excited. No. Oh goodness. Come on. No. Go. click of death. Oh, it was going so well. It was going so well. Come on, speedrun, let's go. I spent so long building this level out of scratch costumes. I had to look my way through the library, first thinking what categories of objects I could use, and what shapes of objects are in the categories, because I had to be able to build a level out of them. And the problem with lots of the costumes, the problem with lots of these costumes was that they were very bitty. I needed shapes that were quite solid, because otherwise you get caught in them. So I went for the really blocky, colourful objects. And the level I put together in Adobe Illustrator, because it let me break the level up into many screens and then export them all back into Scratch again, a screen at a time, which was very handy to try and make the level look as much as the original shape of the original games is based on as possible. It's made of around 160 full screens, and to begin with I was exporting them as the standard. Ooh. I'm going to stop talking soon because I'm starting to do relatively okay. Maybe it's a trick, maybe I should talk while playing. So they were the usual. Okay, I'm going to stop talking here because this is a whole bat. Oh, come on, catch it. Yes, now I've got to clutch this little bit here. Come on. Yes, okay. Concentrate now. No, missed it. Missed it again. Okay. Christmas tree. Oh my goodness. Oh! No! Oh, sausages. Sausages. Who designed this game? Tell you. So, the usual levels are made up of 480 by 360 pixels in bitmap mode, but it does support double resolution. So to begin with, the levels were all in the normal Scratch resolution. It would have been nice if I could have exported them as vector, but as it come on, let's not talk for a second. Let's get at this tree. Oh, I just got no power left in my hand. Yeah, just hug that. Oh. Now the funny thing is, I've never made it into space in the real game. In fact, I hardly made it anywhere in the real game. That little chimney bit is probably that's terrible, the furthest I ever got. So, trying to implement the space scene, I was really working blind, because there wasn't hardly any YouTube videos of anybody getting into space, except for when they complete the game and they're really good at it. So they all go flying through space and complete the game. So I had no idea where the tacos should go in space. Not that there's tacos in the real game. and I had no idea where they are. I had no idea how much gravity there was. I could just see that they were being sucked towards the planet, the tacos. So I did my best with that. So I don't know whether it's actually anything near accurate or not. But nobody's complained, and it's really frustrating, so it probably is about right. Yes, so I was saying, I exported all these levels, screen at a time, at originally the normal 640 by 480, no, 480 by 360 size. But then I changed and managed to export them at double resolution. And that's what they are at the moment, which actually looks a lot nicer. And Scratch was quite happy for me to export them like that. So I did. Oh no, fallen off. So the way I put the level together was I found a high resolution map from the original game. Not very high, high enough that you could see the shape of everything anyway. And then I was able to lay my level over the top of that and put the Scratch costumes, which I exported from Scratch, and I popped them into Illustrator, and then I started to then I started to remodel things a little bit. So like all these rocks, for example, there's only 2 rocks in the Scratch library, and so I had to change their colour a little bit to be a bit of variety. And I also used the puppet warp tool and various other tools that Illustrator gives to bend them into roughly the shape that would fit the level. Some things I had to warp more than others just to be able to... Oh my goodness. Oh, what a save. No! Whoa. Okay. It's bat. Should I change this bat? I really hate it, but maybe it'd be unfair. There should be a bucket here in a real game. With some pretty awesome physics going on. But what I didn't want to do was make it lag. And the amount of costume sensing I'm doing in this game is quite huge. Man. Well, that's the end of my speedrun. Yeah, the amount of sensing I do in this game is quite a lot, so what I'm actually doing at the moment is I move the head of the hammer and the player, and I work out how much velocity I have to move each one for each frame, and I move it through every pixel that it's moving between the 2 points every frame, so it's doing a lot of sensing, but it means that it means that the hammer does not go through things, and nor does your body. Well, when I say go through things, I mean the head doesn't go through. I'm going to restart this. This is just not going well. Restart. Rage. Life is so unfair. When it goes right, it's such a nice feeling, but it really does not last long, because it just doesn't go right for long enough. No, I'm just going panicky here. hope that the guys who get the fastest scores on this game will be able to screen record them, because it's so satisfying seeing an actually good run where you're not messing up all the time. So screencasting this, possibly not, oh my goodness, the most exciting thing for you guys, because there's no way that, I'm going to do a good run. Come on. Oh, no, no, oh man. Saved by a pixel. Have you noticed that even the sounds change when you scrape on something? It kind of goes zip. I was really quite pleased that that works. The physics in this are not modelled accurately at all. And I was wondering about going back and reworking it to use a more authentic physics system where I'd model both the hammer and the player separately. Oh, but that would have required a lot more work, might not have worked, and I would not have been able to release the project. So in the end, I went along with what I was doing, which was just using general kind of scratch sensing, and then that kind of the best guess approach, which is often serves me well, and I think is used in a lot of games, at least it used to be. Now that we have physics engines, it's probably less so. Oh, see, that was quite good. Let's try going this way. Oh, I missed it. I could have caught that. It would have been a good space manoeuvre. As it is, I'm just going to float slowly. Oh, it's that apple thing. Hello. Off I go. Well, 3 minutes 24, that wasn't too bad a time, was it? I'd really like to get maybe to 2.5 minutes. I reckon I could do it, but it might take a lot of blood and sweat before I do. I'm going to keep at it. And that is not a good start. No, is that? Come on, let's get a good start. No, I'm like just wobbling across the floor. Oh well, let's go with it. Sometimes you suddenly make up for a bad start for some genius move later on, but oh, see? You can get across this really fast, I've discovered, with the right wiggle. If only I could pull off these moves more consistently. Oh. I would not have believed it possible to get these sort of times the other day when I was releasing the project. When I released the project, my best time... Oh, I should have grabbed! My best time was 20 minutes. So I was rather shocked. The first high score that came online, I think, was 6 minutes. And I thought, yeah, that's good. And then some guys started playing it, and I got 3, and then now 2, and it's just blown me away. Oh my goodness, come on. Right, got here in a minute 50. Oh, come on, grab. No. No. Come on. please. No, 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 no. Oh, it's so unfair. Come on, grab it. Grab it, please. Grab it. You're at the mercy of Scratch's bitmap pixel detection. And I don't really know. Oh, come on. Oh, different route to normal. Could be good. No, not going to be good if I can't reach it. No, don't reach the tago. Ah, yeah. Maybe it's a jab. Go! Oh, I didn't want to go that angle. Off I go into space. Oh, I've hit the edge of the level. Come back. I put that on so that you couldn't go out of bounds by going downwards. Interesting fact, I actually did use... Oh man! I used the same gravitational physics as I used for my atmospherical game, where you could orbit all the planets. So that was quite fun that I was able to make use of that so quickly after releasing the first game, atmospherical test project. 3 minutes 38. Not the most, not the fastest, but still pretty good. I would have been very contented with that the other day. But really, we're only going to be happy now with under 3 minutes. Since that's... Oh. No. Come on. No. Cherries. I love cherries, by the way. It's my favourite fruit. I have a cherry tree in the garden. Nice black cherries. It's quite young, only a few years old. And very first year that we had it, it had loads of lovely red cherries on it. And I went to bed one night, woke up the next day, and the birds had eaten every single cherry. I was very, very sad. The next year I put a big net on top of it. Oh man, oh! Although, the last few years I have not had to put a net over it because I've dangled 2 CDs from it instead by wires, and they work a treat, strangely enough. And I don't think it's the content of the CD. It's because they rotate and they rotate in the sun and blink, and that scares the birds off, which is great. No net, because it's really hard to get a net over a big tree. I should learn the names of all these bits. I know this one's called the chimney. Oh, but I like to call it the watermelon now. It's amazing what practice does for you, isn't it? Oh, apart from that, yeah. Practice these games over and over, and you do get a lot better at them. Although I think I reached the point where this particular game drives you so crazy that you just lose control. And things that you thought you could do, you suddenly can't do it at all. And when I was trying to, I really wish I'd caught hold of that because that was really good. When I was earlier trying to record my games so that I'd be able to put them on YouTube, not the screencasting but actually recording, the pressure of having the record button pushed, it was quite phenomenal. And you'd do quite well without it playing, but then as soon as the video was recording, you do rubbish. Oh, lucky. I'm sure there's a smoother way of doing this, that bit. Okay. Oh, sausages! I was coming away there. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Yeah, that's just unfortunate, I'm afraid. That's not a good route through space at all. I just gonna bat myself back again. Oh, don't know how many of you guys have actually got over it. Have you guys managed it yet? Oh, it's nice being able to do it, but it would be nicer to do it in a little bit more style than I have been managing here. Ah, dear. Are you guys watching? How many are there? 134 of you, wow. Well, it's nice to have you on. Are you saying anything? Let's have a look. Oh, my life. How am I meant to read that then? Right. This is very sad. I seem to be plummeting back to a taco somewhere below me. There I am. Right, let's at least end this game. Right. I don't think I can press my... No, I have to restart when I get this stage. My QR key doesn't work. That QR key is so new, I haven't even updated the About section to say that you can do it. It was a requested feature for people doing speedruns. That was a beautiful ascent. Ah, and there we go. No, no, no. It was so good. It was just so nice up to that point. And when it goes wrong, it really goes wrong. So those books there that I used for the staircase, they were just books that I cut from the scene of the witch's cottage, which is one of Scratch's backgrounds. One of the few which is actually a vector background. Most backgrounds in Scratch are bitmap, which are really hard to use for this game. So there was a few things that were bitmaps which I converted to vector, which is like a tracing feature. The big book case, that's one of them, which is to the left of the... Oh. To the left of the book staircase. That's what I was going to say. Most of the stuff I've got on the level though is vector. Because it looks so much nicer. It's made big. Oh, I hope that was going to grab. Come on. Oh. Grab. Got it. Ah, come on. there goes my chance of a record for me. I was close. I was really close. This space. Oh no, rage! The one thing that is easier in my version of this game is the arm action with the hammer. As you get closer in towards the body in the real official game, it kind of does this little bit where it switches over and it can get stuck on a kind of inside loop and an outside loop. And I think in my version that's easier. You can kind of pull the axe quickly across your body, which I find very convenient. But so I wasn't too bothered about trying to change it. I noticed that the guy in the pot in the real game also, he leans towards where the hammer's going. So when you move the hammer to the right, he'll lean to the right of the pot, which means he doesn't need to stretch as far with his arms because he's leaning towards where the hammer's going. Whereas my guy's arms look a little bit unnaturally long. Oh! But for the sake of having to try and simulate leaning, I decided I'll just let live and come on. Stuck. All these beaks and little nooks here get in the way. I'm pretty sure there's no little nooks in the real game, so you probably get caught a lot more in my game. But birds look weird without beaks, so I didn't. Oh, the big fall, a big fall. Right, QR, go. These scratch blocks here, I screenshotted them from within Scratch. I took them from the menu at the side. I just used my browser to zoom in using the browser's native zooming. I made them really big and then screenshotted them and imported them in, and they look pretty good. Oh, here we go again. That's better. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Getting a bit stuck on everything now. No. It's like deja vu. It'd be nice if there was a way of just launching myself back up there. Ah, man. Of course I could, because I'm Thor. Did you know that? Like Thor's hammer. Yeah, it's true. There might be a bit of debug in here that lets me fly. It's quite fun. If I was Thor. How else, you see, would I get to the top of the level to test it out? Not that I would use such a thing while I'm live casting, huh? Or, in fact, to get a world record, that would be very cheaty. Have you guys all seen the Easter egg yet, where you fall in the water and it makes your head grow bigger? It was something that occurred in the real game. When you watch YouTube videos, you can see there's clips of the Easter eggs, and one of them involved is actually his whole mesh kind of starts turning inside out and getting really big as you fall in the water a few times. So I couldn't resist adding something similar, and the closest I could do was his head getting big, which at the time seemed absolutely hilarious to me. Not quite sure it's quite as hilarious as it was then now, but it might amuse you guys. And some people have actually managed to complete the game with the big head, so congratulations to you guys. That's ridiculous. Oh, please don't go wrong here. Oh my goodness, no! Strangely, talking to you guys as I'm doing this, I'm a lot less ragey. I was playing it yesterday, and to record my video, not my live stream, and I just got so mad. But being able to talk naturally as you play, it actually feels a lot more soothing. Not quite sure why. Maybe it's just takes the edge off it. Be interesting to know how it affects my playing, because I suspect I'm not being able to pay as much attention. I mean, look, 40 seconds. It's not too bad, really, is it? I'm pretty sure I got here in like 30 usually, if I'm doing well, but never mind. If you saw my YouTube video of my speedrun yesterday and you watched the really quite long outtakes, you'll have saw this bit, and I failed it so many times, it was almost unbearable, that jump. But actually, I found out a good tip for those, at least for Windows users. The reason it was failing so bad was actually on my mouse. I had a wireless mouse, and it had precision mode enabled on the Windows options. Oh my goodness, it's unbearable. Precision mode enabled, which meant that the mouse accelerated away. If you move it fast, it's designed to like speed across the screen, which is a really useful thing to have enabled when you're working in apps and things. I know everybody's probably quite used to the feature, but I believe that if you play any computer game that uses the mouse, it would automatically disable that, because the game would be in control of the mouse. But in this game here, and any Scratch game, we have no such luxury. Not that games that run in web browsers don't have access to that, but Scratch doesn't make use of it, certainly at the moment. Come on. So what was I saying? Yes, mouse capture. So our mouse in Scratch can go out of the window, and when it does, you lose control of the mouse in Scratch, which is really bad, because suddenly it's not registering anything and you die. I've actually tried to put some warnings into the game that tell you what's happening. You might have seen them pop up saying go full screen, because when you're full screen, at least in Windows, I've heard in Macs it's not the case, but in Windows it's you don't lose the mouse capture, so the game continues when the mouse is near the edge of the screen. When it's filling, F11 generally is the key to push. Oh, sadness. I used to be so... Oh, no! Oh, well, I'll keep going. I used to be so careful, I was about to say, going across those... To be honest, I was so careful everywhere, but I was so careful going across those balls in the sky, because I didn't think it was possible to go fast until I saw someone else's YouTube video playing it, and then I appreciated that, you could really peg it if you were able. I think you've got to concentrate though. Alright, back to my young friend. Nice. And we're locked. Missed that one. Missed too fast. It was only the day, I think the day before release of this project, that I actually was able to add in the slipping hammer. Up to that point, the hammer was actually really grippy, and once the hammer was in place, as Crystal Keeper 7 can tell you, because he beta tested a little bit for me now and again, the hammer was really grippy, and it did mean it was actually a lot easier, especially climbing this really annoying tree. Right, what are we going to do in space today? No. I'm never getting this space right. Well, I am. I'm definitely going to get it right at some point. I'm just not quite there yet. I haven't quite got the knack. I don't know how many times the other guys have gone to space who are really good at this. Hello, you. Completely lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? I wish you could talk back to me and tell me what it was that I was talking about. One game that I've never made a game of yet, and you know I make lots of games of other games that I enjoy, is Portal. When people saw that Portal cube, that's it called, a companion cube, isn't it, in this level, and they went, oh, is that a hint that I'm going to be making a Portal game? Well, it wasn't. It was just because I really like Portal, and I thought it would be funny. But I do really like Portal, and I have wondered about making a game based on Portal at some point or other. Just not quite sure where. I think there really is quite a good scratch Portal game already. I'm sure I saw one a few years back. Another thing actually, people have asked whether I'd considered making this multiplayer, this game, and yes, I absolutely had, and I was thinking that would be quite a cool thing to do. I guess the idea being you could kind of start climbing mountains and you could see other people doing it too at the same time. Now, it might be a bit laggy, as one problem, but it might not. I guess the biggest problem is there really are quite a few people playing this game. So if it was the usual thing, of having 8 players, say, then it would be, I guess, the first 8 people to whoever actually managed to get on would be the ones that would be playing. Everybody else, I was on. Everybody else would have to just be watching. But the problem being, if there is a lot of people, the people you want to watch, who are probably the really good ones, if they were the ones I favoured to show for the benefit of everybody else, then those people wouldn't be able to see the people who are not very good, or I'd say not very good, I shouldn't say that, that's not what I meant. People who are learning, see, penance, that was going really well. So the people who are at the bottom of the mountain, who are not showing on the multiplayer, would be able to see the people who are doing really good, but the people who are really good wouldn't be able to see the people who weren't, which would be a bit of a bummer, because you really want to be able to see the people who aren't doing so well so that you can help them, because that's, if you think about cloud platformer fun, one of the things that really makes that game fun is that Oh no. What makes that game really fun is the fact that you can help out people. I really like that. It's probably one of my most unique games, and it is that being able to do things yourself but help show other people how to do them too. And if you could not see in this game the people who were not doing so well, then you couldn't help them out. So it was a bit of a conundrum. I'm not really sure where to go with it. I thought I was up. I thought I'd done it. Oh no. Come on. I wonder whether... You kind of think that by coming so far that the person might be really good at finishing. But no. There's actually some Christmas tree branches which don't have little lips on them. I purposely did that. Oh, I see now that's... Oh. A better space scene. Still not the best. 4 minutes 35. I would have been so happy with that yesterday. Today, no. What is the high score? 1 minute 46 by DD8861. It's absolutely unreal. And Java Programmer has overtaken Bobmafish. And I am sinking down to number 6 with 2 minutes 53. And I could have done so much better, but I got stuck in space for ages. It was so frustrating. But I haven't done a lot better, so... I wonder whether this game would have worked in Scratch 2. I have to say that Scratch 3 has come on a long way since it was first released, which is very lucky, because when it first released it was really slow compared to Scratch 2. And quite a lot of people were quite worried. But it's come a long way. I know the Scratch team are not super happy with the performance of the script editor. They're using Blockly, which is a Google thing, I believe, to make the blocks. Although the Google's version didn't look anywhere near as nice as Scratch's. Scratch did a good job of redesigning the Scratch blocks to look snazzy. But it doesn't perform well for large scripts like mine, even with a powerful computer behind it. Still quite slow. My Scratch Developer extension for the browser helps a bit, because it means I can jump around and find my scripts easier. But I do believe the Scratch team are thinking about whether there's an alternative. So maybe later down the line. Oh no. it's all gone. Just too long. It's always worth continuing when you get this far anyway though, because I'm just not so good at doing up here at the moment. I don't practice it enough, because I don't get here often enough. So this is tree. No. This is where I would be raging if I hadn't got you guys to talk to. Oh, scope to rage anyway. Breathe easy. Ah, man. Right then, where shall I go? Straight up. Slightly to the left. Interesting. Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh. Yeah. 4:33. I'd like to do a lot better. Still got, oh gosh, how much? 2 minutes. What's the world record? 4:33. And the world record's 1:46. My goodness. Can you imagine what it must be like? I simply can't imagine it. It's amazing. Hats off to him. I do hope he records their video, because I for one will be really happy to see it. It will look nothing like this. It makes me wonder, when he plays it, does he also do these amazing moves like me, where he flies randomly into the air? Oh my goodness. Oh. I'm at the mercy of all these bitmap edges and pixels. When you're writing games like this, your physics, it's really tricky to work with pixels, because they've got all these little edges. By definition, they're square. So the original game, all the mountain was built from 3D assets, which therefore had nice hit polygons, and all the maths was done on well, oh no, no! Oh yes, all the physics was done using maths on nice edges, which means you can impact a nice yeah, physics are easy on nice mathematical shapes. When you have bitmaps like we have in Scratch, you get stuck on all the pixels, which is really frustrating. So you have to do your best to mitigate that with the scripting, and I think I've done a pretty good job in this. It sure does get caught now and again, but in general, It's no record, but at least I get another go at this tree. No, missed it. Oh my goodness. Am I going to be too far to the left? I am too far to the left. I'm going to get this one. Nice. Nearly nice. Have I got high enough? Are you going to complete, or are you going to go back down again? How close am I? I must be so close. Man! I have had it hang in space for a long time before, where I've just been on the edge of like the gravity of a planet. It can be so frustrating, it really can. I'd love to know what you guys do think of the ending, whether I've got that right. Any of you guys who actually played the original game, let me know with comments in my on my Scratch project. Probably is the best place for it. I'm wondering whether anybody's going to have a go at creating another level for this game now that the game's out, because in theory it's just costumes, and it's got quite a clever system to know which costume to use where. You've just got to name the costume as a grid location, and it just automatically puts them all together. The problem, of course, is drawing them all, because you have to get them all to interlock. If there's any demand, maybe I should work on a second level, but my goodness, how many hours did this one take me, do you think? A seriously long time. Doing pretty well. Always the famous last words. And now, Come on, Griffpatch. Nice. Not so nice. Oh, I just congratulate myself on getting up this bit so smoothly. Got a bad feeling about that, and I did it, thank goodness. And can I get the latch on here? Yes, I can. Nope, 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 nope. No, 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 no. Oh, man. Please, 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 please. Oh, that was potential. It was potential. And now the time is ticking away. That was looking really quite nice. We could have managed a 2.5 minutes there. We could have done. Could have been my record. My record, not the record. But it's missed. Missed it because of those blooming space tacos. It's a very frustrating game, isn't it? And look at that. Sucked sideways, slowly through space, back towards a space taco. Out of context, you wouldn't really quite get what that meant, would you? And it's going to be maybe 3.5, 3:24. Oh, it's so frustrating that even that last bit in space, you'd think that if you got that far, that would be it, that you would have it if you did a good run. Yeah, that That's not a good position to be in, Scratch Cat. I think you're going to have to do it again. Oh, it's like I'm in slow motion. No. Oh, this game. I think I've brought a significant amount of rage to Scratch, and I do apologise. I had no idea it was going to be quite this bad. I kind of thought I would make an easier version, and I think I have, but it's hard to know, you know, because I can't actually play the real game at the moment because my gaming PC is well out of action. So I've had to do this without being able to play the game. But when I did play it, I was really bad. And it frustrated me so much. But of course, in the making of this game, I've played this game loads. I knew that wasn't going to work. You can't be that far across. So, because I've played this so much now, what I don't know is whether, having done so, I actually would be really good at the original game now. But my gut reaction is no. We're at 50. Oh, you had it there. You had it. No. No. Consistency is the name of the game. And apart from consistency of falling, I don't have it. Come on. You're wasting my time by not sliding. Yeah. That is my least favourite nook. That little bit there on that trouser. It's so hard to get into. I honestly do not know what it is. Why sometimes it gets in, other times it doesn't. It doesn't make any sense to me as to what it is actually. Oh no! Oh, this game, I tell you. It's a funny thing, human nature, isn't it? It's like, we like to be punished, I think. My goodness. Into space. Oh, my arms are jiggling. It's like they're spasming. I'm not surprised. After all this hard work, you would expect them to start spasming a bit. I think my fingers will be spasming after playing this game. Oh, I have seen YouTube videos of people slamming into these bloomin' tacos, not tacos obviously in the real game, and just not knowing what to do with them. That was just terrible. I'm not even going to do it. I'm going to restart it. Go. Yeah, no, that's not it either. I meant to put in more of those comments that you get at the start. The one that says, go backwards. Let me show you what it is. Yeah, this comment here. I meant to put more of those in, but I never got round to it. I was thinking it'd be quite useful for like showing people the direction they're meant to go in, because some people say, where are you meant to go to after you get to so and so bit, and I could use those, couldn't I, like comments. I was quite pleased when I thought of the idea of having the comment at the start there. It rather fits nicely with Scratch. Not that I actually use them in Scratch, hardly ever. Do you guys use the comments in your Scratch code? I think I would if they didn't slow down the scripting area, and especially more if they actually rearranged neatly when you move the scripts around. The biggest flaw with them is the fact that they just stay where they were, and you get these funny lines going across your screen where the script is joined on to something semi-random after you've moved your scripts around. I don't know who of you guys have got my browser extension for Scratch. Scratch Developer Tools, I think I call it, something like that. I can't remember. My goodness, is that useful for tidying up your scripts. It doesn't support tidying comments though, but that maybe is something I should do, isn't it really? But it's so nice. Oh, no. It's so nice to be able to click the cleanup button and have your scripts lay out nicely, not just in one big line like the current Scratch. The current Scratch cleanup. I wonder whether the actual bucket in the original game is harder or easier than my bat. I would guess harder, but with my success with the bat, oh, so sad. No! Oh man, I'm a lumberjack. Oh, what about that? What about that? It's just not my day. Oh, I missed it too. Missed it. It was going to be a good time as well. I think I consider anything that's close to 3 minutes to be a good time. I spend a lot of time floating around in space. I really do. It's very sad. Very, very sad. He looks a bit bored, a Scratch Cat. I'm not surprised. It's actually quite surprising that he can survive in space. Really. Maybe I should have him pull out a little space helmet when he enters the atmosphere. That would be cute. I actually am lacking the animation at the beginning, aren't I? There should be a coming out of your pot animation. I didn't get round to that. I was just, in the end, desperate to share the game. Ever since thinking about trying to create the idea, I was just been so stoked to get a project out that people could play on, because I just knew that once people started playing it, it would be real fun. And so in the end, as soon as I had a project that was share-worthy, I shared it. It has to be said, I don't often wait before sharing a project that it's actually finished. A lot of my projects I will share way, way early on. I'll have only completed a little bit of them. I guess I'm quite lucky in that I have such a following that people don't really mind. Oh, Oh, yeah. I dislike falling there very much. Oh, I also dislike flying backwards and getting stuck on that and missing this. This is where they start to rage because the things that were so easy suddenly start becoming hard. I know I've got here in 12 seconds before, so but this is still quite a good, no, quite a good time, no. So this is the first make or break. Can I get the position right? No, I certainly can't if I hit that. No, I just was too far across. This is, I don't know if I can do it from here. It just feels. Oh yes, I can. It's all about the angle. No, I'm just catching. I'm a good 10 seconds behind my best pace. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to get my record, because I always make a mistake. Well, this is looking worse. Yeah, much worse. What am I doing wrong? Why isn't it gripping? Got it. Yeah, I'm not going to get it now. It's like I'm aiming for the taco, I tell you. It's like, could I be any more accurate in aiming for the taco? I don't know. Yeah, man. If I could just pop into the code right now and just delete all those tacos, it's very tempting. Very, very tempting to go and do that. But of course I'm not going to do that. It's supposed to be part of the fun. I'm not going to play for too much longer now. I'm not quite sure what time it is where you are. Where I am, it's, oh my goodness, it's like 1:45 or something. I can't believe it. No, I really don't like these bits where I have to launch myself. It's like so thwart with peril. Oh. What is it about this that suddenly becomes so difficult? Sometimes it just seems to be easy peasy. Like right now, if I just look at the angles, it just looks wrong. It feels like I'm going to go the wrong way, and I do. So what is it? Why does it look wrong? How can I tell that it's wrong? And it is, and I don't understand why, really. Is it just because I need to be on the end? No. No. I don't know. Oh, I'm stuck. Put it back in there. Well, I'm way off pace now. Let's restart it. Slow start. Make up the pace. Oh, see, that was a beautiful bit of pace. Why am I stuck? Oh. Come on, get off that. I think I'm getting tired. Maybe that's the reason. Sometimes you just seem to lose control of the whole mouse. I think so much of it has to be down to body memory from playing it over and over again. Oh, that was sad. Oh, like I said, I only added on the thing that let you slip. That was good. The day before I launched, I shared this project. Up to then, if you got your hammer on something, you pretty much had it, and you wouldn't slip. Which is why I didn't add the snake in, which should be just here. And the snake takes you all the way back to the start of the level. If you manage to get here and take the snake ride to the bottom. I did draw the snake. I had the asset ready to go, although it wasn't really a snake. Although I probably should have. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Yeah, so I didn't add the snake because I did try originally to add it, but it really did not work with the physics. What actually ended up happening was the hammer stretched out and your arms got longer and it didn't slide. It just did bad things. But because I changed the code just the day before I released it and added in sliding of the hammer, I'm way off the time. I lost time earlier, didn't I? Is that a good route to get up to space? Am I there? Am I being pulled back? I'm being pulled back. I didn't make it. That's just so sad. I feel like I was in the middle of saying something again, just like last time. The snake, yes. So I didn't put it into the original, into the game when I released it because the physics didn't work. But since then, I have updated the physics, and they do allow a lot more sliding. But the way it works is that the really slidey bit, when you start to slip, only occurs when you're travelling quite fast. I think probably fast downwards, which hopefully only occurs if you're falling. Oh. But it does add quite a lot to the game, the fact that you can slide a lot. Otherwise those epic falls would not be anything like as epic, and the game just wouldn't be itself. But it does really frustrate. Another interesting thing that is in this game that you probably haven't noticed is that the cat, when he falls really fast, you might notice this, is that he goes off screen, and your hammer can go off screen as well when when the screen scrolls quite a bit, you're moving quite fast. But of course, sensing blocks on Scratch only work on screen. So how did I do that then? No. Here, look, see me off screen there? I'll just show you if I fly up here a second. If I drop down, I got off screen. And yet, I can bump into things. So how do I do that? Let's do it here. Off the screen. Oh, I'm going to... Yeah, hear that? Bang. See, I was able to detect that, even though... Oops. Even though I was off screen. So actually what happens is it scrolls the entire level onto screen, with the cat in the middle of the screen, does all its detecting, and then scrolls the level back off screen again before it shows you what's happening. So you don't ever see it happening, but the screen is actually bouncing back and forward between you being in the middle and you being where you are visually, so that it can do it's sensing in one go and all the visuals in the next go. When I say go, half frame I guess is a way to describe it. That was a bit of a late addition to the game too, because originally the cat was right in the middle of the screen, because I couldn't really do it any other way. But it works a lot better with the slow scrolling, and the effect of him going off the screen is actually quite important to the game. Good grippy nose, thank you dog. Fox, I should say, sorry. Sometimes it feels like you've got like a real, oh man. I've lost what I was going to say. Oh man, I'm not thinking. I was going to say you get into the swing of it and it suddenly feels really natural. And then other times, completely unnatural. It feels like you've got no control whatsoever. Oh, wow. No! Yes! Is that my record? Have I actually got my record? It doesn't say saving. Was it not? 254. What was my record? 253. If I hadn't got caught there, that little bit of catching on the very end there, I would have got my record and I'd have been happy. Oh, maybe another day. It's 10 minutes to midnight here, so I'm going to have to stop there. Thank you for watching. It's been a fun experience. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I shall see you guys on Scratch. I do hope that all the audio has been working for you. I've absolutely no idea. I've got some messages here saying my stream's bitrate is far too high. My goodness, it's way higher than it should be. 16K rather than 4,500. I hope it's been streaming. Health is excellent. Good. That's good. Right. I'm afraid you're commenting so fast. How am I meant to read all that? Let me have a scroll up. What are you guys saying? My goodness. Well, I'll say hello to you guys who are saying hello. What is Super Chat? It says turn on Super Chat. I've never heard of it. Just stop trying to impersonate BMB. Who's BMB? I'm afraid I really do not know. Turn on Super Chat. Hi, Crystal Keeper 1. Are you there, Crystal Keeper? Crystal Keeper 7, I should think. Not a 1, it's an exclamation. Ah, there you are. It was, and the pot was slippery. I wish I could see the rest of your conversation. It's nice to have you here. I recognise some faces, or names I should say. Right, I shall type that as well so you can see that I'm typing. Right, I am off to bed. Thanks for watching. Scratch on, as we say. Good night, everybody. Bye.